Hello and welcome back to the Garion Tabletop. I am Gary and Raven. I'm back in Legends of Runeterra. This time I have something a little bit different for you. This is Dragonmancer challenge farming. A bit of an experimental concept for me, but we will see how it goes. Essentially, we are in the last few days of the Dragonmancer event and I haven't maxed it out yet. But more importantly, I haven't maxed out the challenges. So I've got all of these challenges, and you unlock, or that one you don't unlock anything important, really. Actually, I'm kind of surprised you don't. But for most of these, when you reach the end of them, you get like an icon. And I try to get all of the icons in all of the events. But with only a few days left and a busy couple of days coming up, I thought I would just try and get these as quickly and efficiently as possible. That one's actually almost done. And I thought, why not try making a video out of it? So, I'm going to ignore that one. I may or may not get that one, but it's not really important because nothing unique unlocks. But 3 units in a round, I could probably do that easily. Ionia spells is probably easier than the units. And Celestial cards with Aurelion. So, I should get, the most efficient one would be an Aurelion Ionia deck? I don't know if that's viable. I have quickly mocked up the Dragonmancing deck, which is primarily Ionian spells with some stuff which will hopefully keep me alive long enough to play Aurelion. I need to play 72 Ionia spells, which is why a lot of the spells in my deck are spells that create another Ionian spell, and I need to create 30 Celestial cards with Aurelion, so that could be tricky. But let's just go into AI matches and see how quickly we can knock this out. I went with Irelia as the second champion in this because I thought she creates like the Blade Dance spell, so that could be helpful. Oh, Aurelion straight away. So he creates a random one each turn. So I need to essentially have Aurelion in play for 30 turns in order to complete that challenge, or at least the second level of that challenge. The Disciple's a pretty good one because she creates a spell as well. I'm not going to show all of these battles because they're, well, I mean, there's one, so 71 left. I'm not going to try and keep a tally either because that's a lot of numbers to count while I'm trying to battle. I just thought I would essentially explain how I'm doing these things. So there's Irelia creating Ionia spells, which I cannot actually play. I added in place your bets because coins are also Ionia spells. Here's another one of those combos to get an extra spell out of it. But I am almost certainly going to lose this match. It doesn't really matter. I don't need to win the matches in order to progress the achievements. It's just, not achievements, challenges. It's just Aurelion is going to be the harder one at this point. Targon's Peak might actually allow me... No, never mind. I was about to say, Targon's Peak might allow me to play Aurelion in this match. No, it won't. I have lost. But that is okay because I played, well, I'm going to guess 10 to 15 spells? The reason I call this challenge farming, let's see. Alright, 18 spells. That's not bad. The reason I call this farming is a lot more focused around long-term efficiency than, say, hunting is. Like, I consider myself an achievement farmer, and I even had a tutorial series on the Gary and Reaver Tutorials channel called The Achievement Farmer, where it was about the most efficient ways to get long-term achievements, like get 100 kills with this. I'd show you where you get the weapon and the best sort of sequence to get those 100 kills as quickly as possible. Sorry, I'm moving my hands, I'm not playing the game. A lot of achievements I see as this sort of difficult to get quickly. So there are some that you can just like go in, do this one thing, done. That's hunting, I guess. But when it comes to sort of bigger things that are like, oh, this is going to take bloody ages to do, then that's the sort of thing where you need to farm rather than hunt. Oh, spider warning.
A cunning beast with eyes of insight.
I gotta say, this card is adorable. I've never used it before, and that is quite creepy. But Is it a yodel? I don't know. I assume that's a yodel under there. But just the voice is adorable. In this little challenge, the Spirit of Wuju is a really good one because flow is a concept I don't really use much. It seems a bit too, I don't know, planning ahead in a way that I can't really predict. But it is proven to be quite useful here. Because not only do they cost less when you flow, and I'm playing a lot of spells, but you draw a spell when they're summoned as well. And of course, Tellstones are a really useful one because they're 2 spells in one as well. Haha, baited him into this one. An Ionia spell to give me quick attack. I'm doing slightly better this match. I've lasted long enough to play Aurelion. And my first Celestial, so that's what? Is it create or was it play? I think it was play 30 cards. Ooh. Okay, well that might have been the last one. Damn. But using another amazing combination, I will play that one. And then I will play that one. To kill off Yasuo again.
He's a good boy.
He has unique dialogue with the messenger. That's adorable. This should be very helpful. Now that he's leveling up, I didn't think I'd actually take this one back. But I may win this. But now that he's leveled up, Celestial cards cost 0, gets rid of the issue of only being able to play 1 per turn.
Time for walkies, boy.
He's got more dialogue with it. And I wonder, if it was play them, then having all of these recall cards is actually very, very helpful to me. Because I can recall the Celestial card created by Aurelion, and then play him again, and he costs 0. I think I need to clear my hand because I'm not getting the things I need now because my hand is basically full. Oh, bloody hell! Okay, that was a synergy I didn't expect. Because I played a couple of the Cosmic Inspirations, the blades are now 5/5. I'll say that the putting in all the recall cards, which I did mostly because, I don't know, I thought I was going to go for an Ari build. Turns out to have been bloody helpful with spamming these Celestials, which has got to look really weird to the opponent. You know, they weren't an AI. How am I doing? Oh, shoot! About to run out of cards. Okay, now is the time to go on the attack then. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's because I've been drawing so much. It's a recall draw deck. But that's okay. Now I'll just, like, virtually any 2 of these will win me the game. We'll see. Let's see. I reckon about 30 maybe? 30 spells? 20-30 spells? And I want to guess 10 to 15 Celestials? 8. And it's create. Oh, damn. It's create. If it was play, that would have been a lot better for me then. Okay, I take back all the amazing things I was saying about, oh, this recall deck is really helpful here. And now we're up to 47, so another couple of games of this deck should fill this one up. And maybe that one. I don't know. It's going to take a bit longer, I think. Good timing on drawing Aurelion, because I'm going to play Targon's Peak, and hopefully tank whatever's coming. Fingers crossed Aurelion will get costed down. Damn! Got bloody 5 cards in my hand, 40% chance, and neither of them were Aurelion. Or, I suppose, 20% chance. You know what I mean. Alright, come on. Yeah, Aurelion! I mean, 1 turn early, but I suppose 1 turn is better than no turns. Oh, that's a point. Aurelia's Blade Surge is an Ionia spell. A free Ionia spell that I'll get every time I attack. I think she was a really good pick for spamming spells. I originally put Karma in the deck, but no, I'm glad I switched to her. That's a really nice little loop. Because playing him draws a spell, and the flow makes him cost 3, I can spam the bloody return and recall on him. That's hilarious. Alright, 20 cards left. I don't need to do excessive drawing, so I'm just gonna try and last as long as I can with this, really. I'm just going to try and control the battlefield and just have him create as many Celestials as possible. Oh, well, that was really stupid. Oh, here's something that does something when it's summoned. I better recall it. I wonder. Targod's Peak set Aurelian to 0. If I recall him now, does he stay at 0? Because summoning him creates another Celestial. So no, it didn't. That's a problem then, because I use... Never mind. And even if I don't need the Blade Surge in battle, I could just play it out of battle, just to reorder my lineup. Yeah, magic trick time. Recall Aurelian using Retreat. I still have all 10 mana in order to play him again. What's that? Another cheap recall to play Aurelian again? I will if you so insist. I think I've got to the point where I can just spin this out forever now, because I've got 2 cards left in the deck, but they're both Aurelian, I think. No, they can't be. But the point is that I'm drawing Aurelian's spell, I can then play it immediately, and I'll never run out of cards. There's nothing they can do to fight back, and I'm just sort of spinning out the clock to draw Aurelian, to get Aurelian to create stuff, sorry. As long as I keep my hand from getting full, then there's nothing they can do. I also can't play like any of these, because I'll either win or lose instantly. Let's get Aurelian to create another free card for me. Oh, I've won. They've run out of cards. So they didn't have... I've been killing all of their champions, so they don't have the champion cards to infinitely cycle. Alright, how do we do? Ionia spells and Celestials. Brilliant. 2 in 1. That was a really good match for that. And a pretty good deck, actually, after... Like, it wasn't a great deck, but it definitely did the job very well. Target the weakest enemy, win games with a leveled up Karma. Oh, they're not easy, are they? And there's also spend 20 mana in a round in a match-made game. That's going to be very difficult to do. Attack with units that have 6+ power. That is easier. I think I'm probably best playing with Greenlight, because that's a deck built around Karma. And if I can get guys with 6+ attack as well, which I should be able to do, it's a Lux Karma deck. I should be able to do that. Then I might be able to knock out both with one again. Probably not in a single match, though. Actually, I don't know that this deck has a lot of boosting. Like, it's more about spamming spells and is not about boosting attack power, so I might be better off in Path of Champions with that. I will be able to contribute towards this one, because I can use that to buff these two to 6 attack or higher. This isn't going to be a particularly efficient way of getting this one. So I don't know that the Karma, like win matches with Karma, is a good way of... Oh, you dick. Oh no. Oh no, he's got Aurelian now. Oh no. I'm just going to do this strategy that I did before. Yep, grab 1 and 1 and... Single combat. I literally did that with the Radiant Guardian earlier. That's just such a fun combo. What's that? Lux is killing Aurelian with a final spark. That's pretty cool. Come on, guys. I'm halfway through my deck and I haven't drawn a single Karma. Trundle's also dying to it. Okay. I was a bit worried in this match at first. There, finally, Karma. I was a bit worried in this match because I don't do well against this combination. The Mountain Trolls. Mountain Trolls and Yetis are my hardest enemies to fight. But this deck is good. The Greenlight deck is I do think it is pretty good. And now all I have to do is win. So I do that by just attacking with everybody, and I have won, because I've been holding on for ages to draw Karma. Target the weakest enemy. That was the other one I had to choose between. I've done 10% of both. What's target the weakest? Ah, Final Spark. The Final Spark might actually be a good way of doing that. But there are probably other ways I can that don't involve waiting that long. And attack with units. Alright, I reckon I can do both of those much easier using Garen in Path of Champions, because he gets free single combat, targeting weakest enemies, and he routinely attacks with units that have higher power. So I'm going to switch over to that. I might also get that one as well, just without trying. Although my usual combination of relics on him will make him too powerful, but if I swap in the strike the weakest enemy, then playing him when there are 2 guys out will instantly add 2 to that out of 80 thing I'm trying to get. First turn in the game, and I'm already striking with a 6 power guy. That's how strong Garen is in this. He's one of the most powerful champions in Path of Champions. Easy way to target the weakest enemy when there's only one. Kayle. Oh, that's perfect. Both because I love Kayle, because I have a Garen Kayle deck normally, and because she buffs attack, so that'll help get the attack with the 6 power person even quicker. Single combat to target the weakest enemy, and then I attack with a 6 power guy. Why did that? That was insane. They had an elusive unit that attacked my vulnerable, much more powerful... I don't understand the AI sometimes. Yeah, I'm almost done with this one now, but the targeting is going quite slowly because I'm not really focusing on it. I think I need to draw out the battles a bit more. That's how you farm this sort of thing. Draw out the battle a bit more and use that every turn if I can. And this is the definition of striking 2 birds with 1 stone. Boom. 3 birds because he's about to level up. LOL. His Kayle's level up just because I really love this one. Such a good animation. I wonder, can I double team this one? Like, does that still count as targeting twice? Hopefully it does. Yeah, it was targeted, it just then failed. Yeah, we're getting a bit low on cards. Time to wipe everybody out. Attack with units that are 6+ power. Done. 3 of... That's the 3rd one of those 6. Target the weakest enemy, still quite a way off, but I'm definitely doing it quicker than once per match. Strike with Varus while equipping the Darkin Bow. I mean, that's really easy to do on a Varus campaign, but not this one. Deal damage with unit skills and activated effects. I don't quite know what that means. Alright, I guess just the targeting then. Just keep it up. Round 19, and they ran out of cards. This is a very slow challenge to try and get with this deck, because it's 1 per turn. That's not great. Halfway through. Right, is there a quicker way of doing that? A deck that does like lots of little hits. Victor's like laser beams. Nami. Ah, no, can't. That's a random one. Because Nami does like lots of waves, but there's no guarantee they'll hit the weakest enemy. You need a targeted thing. That's the issue here. How convenient, I drew Varus on the first turn. Varus automatically equips the Darkin Bow, so I just need to strike with him 6 times to complete that. It's really quite simple. I did think about doing like a Jhin run to try and get the... oh yeah, you can strike on the defense as well. I did think about going a Jhin route to try and get the target weakest foe and like deal damage with skills and stuff at the same time, but I think it would have taken a lot more sort of uses, a lot more runs, whereas this is going to very quickly knock it out in potentially 1 match. If I've counted correctly, this should be the 6th hit. So that should be that part of the challenge done. 8. Okay, I miscounted, but I still managed it. And also that one as well. What now then? Start an attack with empowered units. As in, like, empowered as in increased power, or empowered as in the keyword? Because I think there's, like, the keyword for gaining an additional ability. So Kayle stuff. Or multi-region. And target the weakest enemy. Alright, I reckon Jhin will be my best bet for that. Alright, let's try Kayle, because Kayle is very good for empowered. Start an attack with empowered units. Alright, so I will retire this run, and I will go on to AI with Kayle. Yeah, empowered is the keyword for Kayle. Alright, I'm fairly sure that is the one then. I don't know whether they actually need to be empowered, or whether it's enough to just have empowered. Drew Kayle from the start, so hopefully I'll be able to find out whether it... Oh, I'm not going to know until after the match, it's probably not going to matter. Anyway, Kayle, you're up. This isn't relevant for completing the challenge, but this is just always really, really, really cool when it happens. So, yeah. Oh, that's just so cool to do. I'm going to try and keep track to see whether she does need to be empowered in order to get the ability, the challenge. So 1, 2, 3, but this time she's actually empowered. 4, 5, 30 is the aim, I think. 6, even when I'm not really trying, Kale is incredible. 7, and this is why it's always great to give the Tattered Banner bonus to Kale. It's just a really powerful combo. 8, but this time she isn't empowered again. She got frostbitten. She's back to being unempowered because she leveled up, so now I've got to get her to 16 before she's empowered. 10? Did I miscount? I may have lost track. Anyway, she was empowered for that one. So if it is 10, then she doesn't actually need to be empowered properly in order for the attack to trigger. If it is less than 10, fewer than 10, then she does. It is much fewer than 10. She has to actually have empowered triggered in order for the attack to count. That's irritating. There's probably a quicker way I can do this. Fluff Force. Because this deck is built around multi-region followers. So I think it's 35 I need. So there's the first. This might still take a little while, but it should theoretically be quicker than messing around with the empowered, because there aren't many empowered units, and my Kale decks tend not to actually use them. She tends to be the only one because she's such a showstopper on her own.
I'm Tristana, and I take point.
Tristana's actually a pretty good way to track how many I've played, because she gets 1 for each, so I've played 6. And her Buster Shot is a good way to target the weakest, but I have no idea which of those will count, or whether it's all of them. I'm just going to get rid of one of them. I'm not drawing any more multi-region followers, so I think I may as well just sort of end the game before I lose. Fluff Force is a decent deck. The main issue with it is that I built it around Poppy, and Poppy isn't good in this deck. But the deck itself is not bad. Yeah, 7 multi-region, that's not too bad. I should add Bandle Painter properly to this deck, especially now they've buffed it a little. It really suits the build of this deck. I've not won this match, but I got in a load of multi-region summons, and that's the point. I consider that a victory in itself. There, see? 15 summons. Not bad, so I only need 13 more to finish that one. These hungry owlcats are a great way to rack up these numbers. They're also beautiful little fodder. This minion was a stroke of luck as well, because he keeps coming back. I can summon him again. And I believe that is number 13. So that is all of the multi-region followers I need to complete the challenge. I like how Tristana plays. Boom, 36 and 35. Strike enemies outside combat with Evelyn, 3, or spend spell mana. Well, the spell mana I'd easily be able to do with Nami. The strike enemies outside combat with Evelyn would require, most likely, her champion spell. Alright, but there's nothing unique being unlocked by this one, so instead I'm going to focus on this one and go for a Jhin Path of Champions. No, better idea. A Jinx Path of Champions. Because this thing, I need to do a video on the loose cannons payload, is the most absurdly overpowered thing in the game. But, yeah, for now, it'll just be helpful. Behold the terror that is the payload. Oh yeah, that's the downside of this one. I forgot that it would kill everybody upon, playing her. But it gives me a pow-pow for every card that I discarded. So, as soon as he's got units, I could just constantly target them with a load of pow-pows, and I'll just get like 5 or 6 of these in one go, rather than 1 per turn. He keeps summoning stuff, and I just keep killing it. Damn! That wasn't the weakest thing, I forgot about the blades. Alright, target the blades. I've won now anyway, but can I? No, I can't target them. Damn! I won too quickly. Damn it, Jinx.
We blew them all up.
Yes, but you weren't supposed to. Not that quickly. Oh well. At least it is increasing it. Ah, Death Ray. That was the Victor thing I mentioned as a possibility. Oh, Callista's Black Spear. Yeah. That'll target the weakest one. Oh, no. Oh, well. It targeted it. I like it when he summons these spiders, a phrase I have never said before, because it allows me to kill 2 things. Oh well. I wonder, if I target him with a fast spell and a burst spell, does that one still count as... No, it did not. Well, question asked and answered. What about 2 fast spells? Because they won't begin to trigger until after they've triggered, so... Does that count as 2 targeting? I don't know, but I got some more. Bait him into killing my guys, and then Black Spear. Oh well. The problem with Jinx in Path of Champions is she kills stuff too quickly. Like, this is rarely a problem, but it sort of is now. I only got bloody 2 then, because of all of the... Every time I targeted something, it died before I could actually target it. Alright, let's try a Jhin run, because the Lotus Traps he creates... Or not the Lotus Traps, the... captive audience. 0 cost captive audience that can target whatever I want. I can just spam them on the weakest guy. These ones are really annoying because they summon a thing with their stats, so I don't know what is or bloody isn't the thing I'm supposed to be targeting. Yeah, this is a much better way of doing it. I can just spam stuff and hopefully I won't win too quickly. I wonder if this counts as targeting the weakest. I mean, the weakest is one of the things I'm targeting, and I did select it, so maybe... Ah, the bouncing grenades. They're a good way, because they come back the next turn. I let one live so that I could hit it with the second bounce. I'm basically out of cards, so let's just end this. Yeah, nice. That racked them up, and that was just 1 battle. I like how the enemy's power is being common. Not many people count that as a power, but good on you. Will this count? I don't know. It was an automatic targeting. If it counts, then this is going to take me from like 6 left to 2? Oh no, only 2 of them actually hit it, so 4 left if I'm counting correctly, and those count. This reminds me of when I was playing Poker Night at the Inventory, and it wasn't so much a game of poker as a game of learning what poker terms mean. So, like, the challenges in that were like, I don't know, I can't think of anything because it's been years since I've played poker, but the point is, it involved learning the terminology so that I could actually do the things it wanted me to do. And in this case, it's learning the game mechanics so that I can do the exact things it wants, and when it says attack with empowered, whether it means something with empower or something that has been empowered by empower, you know? I've been doing this for like several hours now, I'm going a bit mad. Either way, I'm fairly sure I have now hit that number. Because in the last couple of turns I've used like 5, so this, if nothing else, should be the absolute last one I need to do. So let's see. Show me victory. Yeah. Okay, well it seems the 4 cannon shots, or the 2 cannon shots, probably didn't count. It's really hard to keep track of it when you're just like throwing tons and tons of stuff, but yeah, that's that one done. And that is it for unique stuff. Because I'm not really bothered about this, it doesn't unlock anything other than more thingies, which I have probably maxed out now. I, in fact, have! Yay! Ah, Kindred, I'm leveling him up as, her? I think Kindred's actually a her. I think I'm leveling her up as we speak. Storm Dragon Aurelian Soul. That is kind of a cool looking card. Let's have a look at that. Oh, that is very pretty. And the level up. Yeah, that is an incredibly pretty skin for that card. But the thing for which I did all of this, the loot. Aurelian. And an Essence Pal, sure. Way more pomp than the icon, which actually matters to me, and the Karma icon. Fantastic. I'm not going to use either of them, but now I've got them and I have that choice. So, that is everything for this video. I have no idea if there is any entertainment value in this. Let me know in the comments if this is the sort of thing you would like to see more of, because I get a weird joy out of doing this, and there will be more events, and they will have these tricky little challenges. Some are hard, some are easy, some are boring. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. check out my other Legends of Runeterra stuff, and subscribe for more board games, card games like this, miniatures, and TTRPGs, and I will catch you later.